Not all agents are created equal. Make sure that you're asking these questions to the agents that you're interviewing to sell your home. First of all, you need to find out what that agent's experience is. And when I say experience, I'm not talking about how long they've been in the business, because guess what? I could have been in the business for 25 years, but if I'm only selling 5 houses or less a year, do I really have a lot of experience selling houses? When I say how much experience does the agent have, I want you to find out how many homes have they sold this year? How many homes did they sell last year? Have they ever sold a home in your area? Maybe it's your specific neighborhood. If you live outside of Hamblen County, have they ever sold in that county before? What are their results when they have worked in those areas? So find out the agent's experience based on how many sales they're making in your particular area. Also, you want to find out what is that agent's marketing plan. And a lot of agents are going to fumble with that because they don't really have a defined marketing plan. I've been on interviews for listings where the seller's like, so what are you going to do to sell my house? And I'm like, okay. And I flip through my folder, I pull out my sheet, and we start going line item by line item of the different things that I plan to do to sell their home. And they're like, you're the only agent who has showed up that's had an in writing marketing plan, who's been able to actually give us a step by step process of what you're going to do. And that makes me feel good because I know I've shown up prepared, and I know I've probably done a little bit better in my interview than the previous agents did. So you need to talk to your agent about what is the marketing plan. Don't just stick it on the MLS and let's hope somebody buys it. Like, we need to think about, who is our target buyer? How do we get in front of them? What are the things you're going to do to make sure that that buyer sees this house? It's also important that you understand what communication with that agent is going to look like. We live in the day and age where so many people text that it's very odd to get phone calls anymore, but you do have people who prefer to talk by phone. So what I tell my sellers, they're like, so how often are we going to hear from you? How will we hear from you? And I'm like, most of the time, I'm going to text you. But if you need to talk to me and you want to have a phone conversation, then by all means say, hey, call me when you get a minute, and we will schedule a time for us to talk. When we have showing requests, typically we're going to text those. And what I tell my sellers is, we're going to stay in communication with you. We're not going to ghost you. Once we list your house, we're going to send you links to every place that it's listed. We're going to coordinate with you on the showing request. And then if we're not getting showings after 10 or 14 days, we're going to set up a little conversation to have where we address, okay, what do we need to do to change this listing up and get it back in front of some new buyers? So we're not just going to leave you out there whipping in the wind, so to speak. We're going to stay in touch with you. So you need to make sure you're talking to your agents that you're interviewing about, how often are you going to communicate with me? What kind of communication are we going to have? How are we going to know that we need to lower the price of our home? Things like that. I have a list of questions that I will be happy to send you so that you can interview your agents and know you're hiring the best fit. Just leave a comment below that says questions, and I will send that right over to you.